as you heard, says there is nothing serious I can say about Jesus. About Christianity, you heard Dr. Gross says that the creed of Christianity is that Jesus is Lord. Islam neither says that Jesus is insignificant person, religiously speaking, theologically speaking. Of course, I'm sure the Jews don't say historically that way, but religiously or theologically, Islam doesn't say that he is an insignificant person, and Islam does not say that he is God or he is Lord. Islam says that Jesus is very important, very significant, religiously speaking. And Jesus is one of the great prophets of God. There are three important principles in Islam. Those of you who are not aware of that, let me just emphasize this point. Three most important principles of Islam. One of them is Tawheed, belief in the oneness of God. There is only one God. So no one can become a Muslim unless he or she declares that there is no God except one God. We say in Arabic we say Allah, but Allah is the same God as Jews say Elohim and Christians say Allah. It's the same one, linguistically speaking as well. So there is only one God with the capital G, and that is the Supreme Being. This is the most important principle of Islam. The second important principle of Islam is that God, who has created all of us, who is the God of all of us, God also takes care of us as He takes care of us physically, materially. He also takes care of us spiritually. And He guides us. So God is the guide, Al-Hadi, one of the names of God, the one who guides. And He has guided human beings throughout history. Not just at one particular time in history, not in only one particular area, but in all world, every place in the world, God has guided people. Wherever human beings were, there was the guidance of God. So there were many, many guides of God, and these guides are called prophets of God. So prophets have a very important place in Islam. Prophet is God, and then after that His prophets. So they are highest, most significant, most respectable beings called prophets of God. And there were many prophets. According to one tradition, there were 124,000 prophets. So prophets came to all people. As the Quran says, that no community was except prophets came among them, warriors came among them. Prophets in China, prophets in Australia, in Africa, in Europe, in America, in India, in Middle East, everywhere prophets of Allah came. God's prophets came to all people. And prophets, there are some important prophets, or some prophets whose names are mentioned in the Quran. Not 124,000 prophets, otherwise it would have been an encyclopedia of prophets. So Quran is also a book of guidance, not a book of giving you the names of the prophets and the stories of the prophet. Quran speaks only about few prophets, especially the prophets that were well known among the Arabs at that time. And from this brings a principle, and this principle says that prophets were everywhere. So take from the familiar, and then you can imagine about the unfamiliar. So Quran speaks about 25 prophets by name, starting with Adam. If you have this small note, you can look at it. We have the names of the prophets that are mentioned. So there are many prophets who are mentioned, and most of these prophets are common. They are recognized in Judaism and Christianity. Most of these prophets are mentioned in the Bible, in the Old Testament as well as in the New Testament. Except Prophet Hud, Prophet Saleh. These prophets are not mentioned in the Bible. Prophets who came in the northern part of Arabia or in the southern part of Arabia. And then Prophet Muhammad, we believe, Muslim position is that he is mentioned in the Torah, in the Hebrew Bible, as well as in the Christian Bible, in the New Testament as well. Prophet is mentioned, but this is not recognized yet by our Jewish and Christian friends. So but we believe that he is also mentioned. So there are 25 prophets mentioned by name in the Quran. The Quran speaks about the basic character of the prophets. Prophets were the people of truth, honesty, piety, exemplary personalities. So they were role models. and they presented God's message and God's will to the people so that people can follow them, and they lived inspiring life. The basic teachings of the prophets were that they all came to teach Tawheed, oneness of God. They did not say that you worship me or you worship somebody else, but they said worship God. So they all pointed that there is only one God and people should worship God. They came to teach God's rules to the people. They came to guide people in their moral as spiritual life, and they were the role models. They came to save the humanity from sin and corruption. Saving the humanity from sin and corruption is showing them the way that if you follow this way, then you will be saved. This is the way of salvation. This is the way how prophets acted as saviors of the humanity. Now we come to the place of Jesus in that. Jesus, peace be upon him, is called Isa in the Arabic language, which is very close to the Hebrew and to the Aramaic title Yesu. Yesu and Isa are very close. So he is a great prophet of God. All Muslims believe in him. You cannot be a Muslim without believing in Jesus.